IMAT is based on logic and critical thinking, whereas NEET is just rote learning. You have to memorize. You need to put your memory into work, not your learning and capability into your... So I applied for University of Luigi Vanvitelli. I was ranked 55 and they take only 50 students, I believe. So it felt like a just miss. This time I'm the 4th rank holder and the 2nd highest mark in every person, non-EU and EU at my university.
The deadline is very near. Like they gave you only 5 days of time, something like that. If you will not lock your seat, then the seat will assign to your next student.
Yes.
If any consultant is saying they have the personal contact, they can help you to get into the university, it's completely wrong.
Truly, if it had been any other consultant, I don't think they would have helped me in coming this far. Especially with so many complexities. There were complexities with my name, how long I stayed in India, and all my documents. It was quite a big process. Not been easy, but you need to stand up for yourself. You need to understand where you cannot compromise. It's all right to say no to certain things. You must understand your boundaries and reinforce them properly.
It's not her journey only. It's a whole family journey, because in India specifically, whatever education specifically, it's a family decision. Right? It's collective thoughts.
At times when even I couldn't think straight and I was panicking, there were times when my father helped me out. He calmed me down and he helped me so.
Hello friends, welcome to Kalingaeuro. So today we have a special guest, Chetana. Okay, so she is going to start her first year at University of Bari in Medicine and Surgery program. So before going to start the podcast, let me highlight some few points, okay? So in India, every year 2.4 million students, almost 24 lakh students appear NEET examination.
That's true.
Right? And we have only 114,000 students. Actually, I don't know the exact figure, but it's like more or less 114,000 seats available in India, including government university and private university.
That's true.
So we have only 48,000 students, like 48,000 seats available for government.
Yes.
Okay, that means rest of the students cannot enter to any medicine course if they have a rank or if they want to, because there is no option.
True.
So that is the harsh reality. Okay, so that's why this podcast is very much informative and very much meaningful for me and for our audience and for Indian students who is appearing for NEET examination and who is going to see themselves as a doctor, right?
Yes.
So that is the thing. So that's why this podcast is very much important for me. Before going to start the podcast, Chetna, can you just introduce yourself in a short introduction?
Okay. I'm Chetana Nara. I'm from Bangalore and I'm right now a first year medical student at University of Bari. I got 72.7 out of 90 in IMAT. Yes, that is it.
Okay. So you are from Bangalore.
Yes, I'm from Bangalore.
Okay. So just try to memorize your past things. Just tell me how you how you get this information that there is one opportunity in Italy where you can go and study medicine.
I was researching about other options. I wrote NEET 2023. I got a good score, but the thing is, I don't fall under the domicile category. I'm in NRI. I fall under the NRI quota, and despite getting a good grade, I cannot qualify for any government seat in Karnataka.
Okay.
So that is when I started to open my options. I used Google and I started to see if there are any other entrance exams that I can write. Like, many Western countries, they don't need exams because they have to take pre-med and they have to wait a long time before they're in medical school. I did not want that.
Okay.
So I wanted to find an entrance test, right? And that's how I discovered BMAT, IMAT, and I preferred IMAT because it was better. It seemed IMAT is based on logic and critical thinking. You need to use your logic and critical thinking. Whereas NEET is just rote learning. You have to memorize, you need to put your memory into work, not your learning and capability into your learning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So then, how you connected with Kalingaeuro?
I connected with Kalingaeuro after I became very interested in knowing how IMAT is in Italy, like how India sees Italy. And that's how I connected to Kalingaeuro.
Okay, and it's bit negative question, but I would like to highlight. Okay, because in India, to trust an agency or any consultant, it's kind of it's not quite cool, right?
True.
So and maybe you made that decision, right? So
Yeah.
that you have to discuss with your family. So how you convince your family that okay, I want to take some guidance from the consultancy. So how?
Where I live in Bangalore, especially in my area, there are quite a lot of consultancies for work, study in US, study in Australia, quite a lot. So my father, he spoke to quite a few, and he spoke with Mandal sir
Okay,
of
yeah.
ITCS.
Okay.
When he spoke to him, he understood that this is not someone who's just saying something he learned on the internet. He's talking from his experience.
Okay, yeah.
And he gave us a list of many countries to choose from, and he explained like the pros and cons of each country. Like he explained quite well. He's very experienced, and that is what we kept our trust in, because there are many students. You need to look at the statistics as well.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
are quite a lot of students from Kalingaeuro who are well and successful now.
Yeah.
So that is what we trusted.
Okay. So in 2023 you started your journey, right?
Yes.
And you started preparation for IMAT.
Yes.
But first time when you appeared the IMAT examination, how was your experience?
Okay. The first time writing IMAT was a little odd for me because I was so used to NEET and I could not bring myself. Firstly, I learned about IMAT a bit late. So I just had a few weeks to prepare for it. And I think I lost my seat by 0.9 marks.
Okay.
So it was a bit painful, but we're here now, so that's
Yeah.
the good thing. Writing the IMAT for me was very chaotic then, because I had to change my learning patterns from rote learning to applying logic and doing the work.
Yeah.
There's no formulas, nothing like that. You need to learn.
Yes, and there is also one secret, you can only choose one university.
Yes.
And the rank will decide on that university only, right?
That's true.
So there is 16 university where you can apply, and they are providing English, like they are providing the whole MBBS degree in the English language, but you can only lock one university,
That's
right?
true,
That is
yes.
the very much, I think, it's very like I would not like it's very hard decision to take.
That is true. That is
Right?
true. Yes.
So because you don't know, maybe you are thinking, okay, let's lock Pavia, but like Bologna, yeah, let's lock Milan.
Yes, yes.
But maybe the rank will go high, right? So and every time the IMAT ranking is going high, right? So that's big challenges, and there you need to convince yourself, and you need expertise, like how to finalize the university, so that if you are good, suppose you took like 72 mark, right? But if you will choose maybe top university, you might not get.
That is true. Out of I think a few universities, out of all the universities, if I applied to anything else, I don't think I would have called. I had two other universities, I believe. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
qualify the mark.
Yes. So that is the hack. So when you are going to apply for like specifically medicine program in Italy, so it's every step you have challenges.
That is true.
First, you have to do university application. If you miss the deadline, then you have you have only left few options. Then you have to do pre-enrollment. The
That
process is
true.
very complex.
The documentation is very, very complex.
Very complex.
Yes.
And one more thing also, I would like to thank you, Chetana, because one time she failed. I would not say she failed. Like it's kind of luck because of 0.7 mark, right? And
Zero
after
point 7 or
that,
0.0,
she
yes.
again tried, right? That is the main thing because maximum students gave up. So how you convince yourself that time?
At that point, it wasn't just me who was very, very hard.
Speak louder. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, at that time, it wasn't just me who was very heartbroken. My parents also, my parents were very upset. And personally, it was a hard time. For my family also, it was quite a hard time. And then I spoke with Mandal sir. Mandal sir, yes, he was upset, but he did not lose hope. He was very optimistic. He said I scored very well, and in just few weeks of practice, if I can score that well, he told me, imagine how you would do if you studied diligently throughout the year for 1 year. And that is what motivated me. I wanted to see how my score can change from a bottom of a 50 so I applied for University of Luigi Vanvitelli. I was ranked 55. I was ranked 55 and they take only 50 students, I believe. So it felt like a just miss. I was ranked 52, sorry. I was ranked 52 in they only take 50 students. And this time I'm the 4th rank holder and the 2nd highest mark in every person, non-EU and EU in my university, in all 100 members of it.
Okay, so were you taking any classes of IMAT from
Yes,
Kalingaeuro?
I was taking from, not from Kalingaeuro. Kalingaeuro suggested me to use this online website.
Okay, so you are taking that. Okay, so like you are preparing self.
Yes, by myself.
Okay, okay. So can you share some tips or anything if someone is preparing for this year, like 2025? How they will prepare themselves? Like what are the mistakes you have made, so they will avoid that in that time.
My first tip, I don't have that many tips, but from what I have experienced, my first tip is to be organized and understand your strengths and weaknesses. For me, I'm very bad in puzzle and riddle-like questions, whereas I excel in math and physics, and chemistry is a personal favorite for me. I go through your previous papers, go through end of chapter questions, whatever it may be. Find out where you're going wrong, find out how you're going wrong, write it in a book. And it sounds very bad to say it. You must prepare yourself to go through each mistake every single time. Write it in a book. First mistake, what did I do wrong? Second mistake. And every single time you study or you make a mistake, go through that book so you understand, okay, this is not how you do it. And eventually you get to see the picture, like how your thinking is affecting the questions. I would suggest even for NEET, for any competitive exam, you must do this. My second tip would be not to lose hope, especially in the beginning part. Everybody gets a bit of bad marks in the beginning part and you lose hope. You feel distressed from your marks, from your low marks. But without practice, you can't really expect a growth.
Yeah, so actually, our students studying at University of Bologna, University of Pavia, and University of Messina. So you are at University of Bari, right? So many students. So I always discuss with them, and I do brainstorming with them about IMAT and things. So but the common point what I learned from them is, I would like to share here. Practice. If you'll practice more question, because NEET is different, because here the question is a little bit, they turn around the question.
That is true.
Am I correct?
That is very true. You can have, for example, what I faced in my IMAT is 2 questions in biology or chemistry, both I believe. Right after one question, it was the same question from the same topic, same chapter, but it was in a completely different way of thinking. You have to connect the pieces and you have to think, okay, what are they asking me? It was trick questions. You could have gotten another option if you went for example, the first question you tried out a method and you go to the second question and you think, okay, it's the same as the first question, let's try this again.
Yeah,
and you get one option, but that option is wrong. You need to
Yeah.
think in a different way and figure out how to get the right answer.
Yeah, that's true. And there is also negative mark. So, like you have to think, critically so that you won't make any mistake, right? So, if you will practice more questions, then that means that can create a pattern inside your head.
Yeah.
So that you will be prepared for that, right? That
That is
is
true.
one recipe, I would say. So everyone can try. And today, our team specifically, because we are doing this IMAT and everything since 2020, I would say. Okay, so our team this year is like trying so hard to yeah, they are writing one book on IMAT specifically, because every student right now, if you will search in IMAT, there is no specific book for IMAT.
That is very true. It's a very exclusive exam.
Yeah.
Very many people write it. I would know from all sorts of countries. Many people write it. EU, non-EU. But to get in, it's very hard, and you need to understand. You
Yeah,
need to
and maybe
self-reflect, and it takes a lot of strength and courage.
maybe student what do they assembly all the books, like from like physics from some author, chemistry from like some other author, like that they assemble the book and they try to do it
That's
right.
true.
That's why maybe hopefully, if you're watching this video, maybe you can search IMAT book
You will not find it properly.
yeah, you will not find it, but probably in like in the month. Right now we're recording, today is 14th of February. So maybe I hope, if our team is watching that, this is a deadline for them also. They have to publish the book by May or June, so that, because I might usually happen like during
September.
August, September, like that.
August,
so that the students can at least follow the book and they can get a good understanding.
That is true. If I had a book for all IMAT topics, I
Yeah.
would have been so much at peace. I would definitely be at peace, because there's not a single book fully dedicated to IMAT. You need to learn from quite a few.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
you need all sources. If you're asking me, I learned from. I used a textbook. I used YouTube, ChatGPT. There is nothing I haven't used. And sometimes, if it comes to a very hard topic, it's hard to get stuff. Like it's hard to find material and resources on it.
That's why, like because why I am specifically focusing on this part, because always whenever I discuss with any students who qualified, I'm talking who qualified, I got okay, they always say, okay, what are the things you missed? They said, okay, that time we were struggling to find a book. The book was not there, the material was not there, the questions were like we are not getting that much of questions. So this way we're trying to solve one is book. And another thing we're trying to solve this year is in a website. If you search www.kalingaeuro.com, it's under maintenance right now. So like maybe it's probably April end or May. In free of cost, you will find 50 sets of simulation test. So
Oh,
okay,
wow.
so we are trying to adopt 50 sets of, like, we will be there. You have to just create the account. So you will get 50 sets of simulation tests, so that you can get one idea of whole IMAT. And if you want to get the exclusive version, then maybe you have to pay something. Actually, I don't know the exact amount, so that you can get 100 sets of question, so that you can practice. Means that is like similar to exact IMAT. Like you write the exam, end of the exam, that will calculate your score, and that will show you how much you did correct, how much you did wrong, kind of thing. That we are going to launch it very soon. And everything we are doing, this is the insight from the students. Okay, like right now I'm asking to Chetana, so whatever she shared with me, I will discuss with my team. Okay, these are the things. Maybe my team will connect with her privately to get some best insight, what needs to be done in the book and something like that. So that is the one part. Okay. Okay, let's back to our story. Not our story, her story. Okay. So, are you enjoying it or not?
Oh yeah, I'm having fun
Okay.
talking.
Okay. So, when she qualified the IMAT and when she got the rank, after that I connected with her in the 2024, and we are facing some problem to do enrollment. Hope you remember.
And enrollment for
Like for university, like to lock the seat.
yes, that is
Yeah, so because there is some kind of technical issue. Okay, so we are trying to, like, the deadline is very near. Like they gave you only 5 days of time, something like that. If you will not lock your seat, then the seat will assign to your
someone
next
else.
students.
Yes.
So it's very hard. Okay, so you have to put your all effort so that you will not, because you tried 2 years, right?
That is true.
And if you are something because of your laziness or because of your maybe lack of research or something, or lack of expertise, I would say, if you lose the seat, it will be very painful.
That is
Why
true.
I'm sharing these things? Because my team was facing lots of issues because the website was not properly working. Because specifically I was doing these things, specifically you. So my team connected to me and said, that, okay, it's not happening. What to do? And 2 days left. Okay, in that time, 2 days left.
I wasn't aware of this until now.
Yeah, 2 days left.
Uh-huh.
So immediately, so your director, like your, Fazio is something, Fabio, something, I forgot the name.
Fabio Ficona.
Yeah. So I connected to him and I explained to him everything. So what are the, also he was trying to also solve, but it was something, some kind of, technical error. So it was not my fault or it was not their fault. Sometimes technical error, but we tried to connect with them 24 into 7 like that, so that we solve it. I think on the third of the working day, something like that. But I told, if there is any issue, but don't give this seat to another student. Okay, that is your problem.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I have something to say. Sir is saying Fabio Ficono. He or she is the dean of medicine in my university. It's not someone you can just contact through a receptionist. It's not like that. I'm also very surprised listening to this.
Yeah, but, because I was connected only like on behalf of you, right? Not there is no personal connection with he or she. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, so with Fabio, but the thing is, they were very helpful because the dean was very helpful. I would say, instead of that time they cooperated so well,
That is
so
true.
that we solved it.
That is
Okay,
true.
and let me correct you. I have no personal contact with the University of Bari. Okay, I have no personal contact, or Kalingaeuro have no personal contact. If any consultant is saying they have the personal contact, they can help you to get into the university. It's completely wrong.
That is not.
Okay,
Yes.
we know the process. What are the application? What are the university guidelines? We all because every time we follow the website, we follow the protocol, so we know the process how to get things done. But in getting to the public university, we can only take care of the documents part. So there is no connection between any private institution who can get into the university. Okay, the main thing is about the students. They have to appear the examination. They have to write the exam. They have to score well. Everything they have to do. We can just support them, calm them, so that they can focus on their study. That is our job. Okay, so we don't have any personal contact. Okay, don't think like that. Because lots of people say that. Okay, because lots of people say that internet. Okay, suppose you are going to university. Okay, so I am with you. We are doing the meeting. Okay, maybe when after this meeting, I will add one voiceover. Okay, I have some personal connection with University of Bari. That's why everything was done. People will believe that. Are you getting my point? What I'm trying to highlight, right? Because we made the interview, right? After that, if I will add one voiceover, okay, so that University of Bari, as I have some personal contact with University of Bari, so that's why I helped Chetana.
Yeah, they'll. You're going to take this out of the video, right?
No. Yeah, it will be there.
Oh, it'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because I want to be transparent, like I want to share this message that I don't have any personal contact. So people might do that. People might, when they record video,
Take bribes and stuff like that.
Yeah. They do like that, and they try to mislead the students.
That's very
true. Being a student, I always try to highlight these things. Don't fall into this kind of trap.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I am discussing with this video, and it will be in that video only, so it will be not edited by my team. Okay. Because being a student is my responsibility to highlight this kind of error, so that any student cannot believe because someone is saying any kind of misinformation, they will not believe into that.
That is true.
Okay. And another thing, after completing your enrollment, then the process is the visa process. Okay.
Yeah, the visa process.
The visa was
very horrible.
Very horrible, I would say. Do you want to say something about that?
Okay, for a little backstory for the viewers, I am a Canadian citizen. I was born in India, but I'm a naturalized citizen of Canada. I came back for high school, so I completed 10th and 12th in India. And when I wrote the IMAT exam, I had no connection to Canada whatsoever. No Canadian health card, no any, except the passport, I had no connections to Canada. So in India, you know how bureaucracy works, you know how everything works. So when I went to submit my documents, the Italian or the Indian, the people, the officers, the visa officers, or any bureaucratic people, they didn't agree with certain stuff going on. They didn't understand what was going on because of cultural issues as well. So it was a very, very hard time, and it was very painful to go through as well. We went to many consulates. I believe we roamed 2 cities, Mumbai and Kolkata. I went to Mumbai and I was rejected from there. Not rejected, but I was told, no, we can't take your application because of your complications. Truly, if it had been any other consultant, I don't think they would have helped me in coming this far. Especially with so many complexities. There were complexities with my name, with my how long I stayed in India, and all my documents. It was quite a big process.
Yeah. So, but finally, she got her visa, and now we are recording this at Bari. Okay.
That is true.
So, and also, I am so happy about that because end of the milestone, we achieved it. Like
Sure.
this kind of things. So, do you want to share anything about Team Kalingaeuro? You want to say something?
Okay, special shout outs would go out for Rupsha ma'am, Deepak sir, and especially you,
Okay.
Ipshita ma'am, Smriti ma'am, all of them, the team. Even now when we were going through in Bari, there's still documentation here that we had to do.
Yeah.
And he was with me for the entire process, sir was with me for the entire process. After every single thing, I was like, thank you, sir. I didn't know what I would do without you in that office. Because here in Bari, yes, it's quite a long process for everything. And every time I thanked sir, he said, it is not our thing, it's the team's effort, it's the
Yeah.
student's life. And it felt, reassuring. It was like having a guardian looking over and helping you.
So now we are going to discuss about homesickness because it's a very serious things. Why I'm saying this? Whenever you watching this, I am not trying to scare you, but I am trying to educate you. Okay, because it maximum happens with girls. What I will like observed. Okay, the man a little bit strong biological, you can say, in the hormonal perspective, because you are the biology student, you can understand better, right? Uh, so you have to also think in that mind. Okay, you are preparing IMAT and lots of things, but you need to be think like that. Okay, there you have to, because study abroad is not about only study; it's kind of adventure. Okay,
That is true.
so because you have to face everything alone, because now you under parents' umbrella, right? Like you are under your own umbrella. You have to make your own decision, everything, right? So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. What do you want to say about this homesickness?
For me, I'm the youngest in both the youngest girl in my maternal and paternal side, so I was very sheltered and very protected. So I don't know how I thought like I could come here and all, but it's been easy. It's not been easy, but you need to stand up for yourself. You need to understand where you cannot compromise. It's all right to say no to certain things. You must understand your boundaries and reinforce them properly. And you shouldn't be afraid or ashamed of doing so. And there's no shame in saying that you miss your parents. I obviously miss my parents, my mother more than anyone, and yeah, my father as well.
Before I met Chetana, we are doing, I think, lots of meeting regarding pre-departure meeting, right? We had lots of talk, lots of video call, video chat with Chetana and their parents. So it was very hard for her, right? That time Chetana was very panicked. Just explain. And I was telling Chetana one day ago, Chetana, don't worry. Yeah, because today is 14th of February, so tomorrow I will leave Bari, okay? So, but I will give you a new version of Chetna. So I want to know from you, okay, like when you are in India, I think few days ago, maybe on 12th or something, I think 9th or 8th, because I came to Bari on 9th February, right? So we had a long meeting, I think 5th or something, 6th like that, when you planned everything. So I will go to Bari on 9th February. I will try to find your accommodation and everything. I will try to look around the city, and that so that we can get a good accommodation, right? So just and that time Chetna was very panic. Just walk me through that phase, how you are feeling in India now, how you are feeling here.
So my flight was on 13th Feb, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Yeah.
13th Feb, yeah. Yesterday only, yeah.
Yesterday I was supposed to. Yeah, yesterday I landed in Bari, at the Bari airport, and so the week leading up to it was very stressful. I did not have an accommodation. Funnily, I did not have an accommodation until today morning. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would like to point that out. My paperwork was not done. I was scared about my university. I was scared about being alone. I was scared about navigating a city by myself. That is there. And but then when Deepak sir and you sir called me and was like said, okay, it's fine. Jognesh sir will be coming along. It's not a problem. My dad felt okay, fine, he'll come along. But then as we started to talk to you, we realized that you won't be staying for like a week or two with me. No, it won't be like that. You were only going to stay for. Truth is, we barely had 48 hours
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, yeah,
Even in that, it was not like, sir was like leading me on like for 48 hours. No, it was not like that. He left me alone when he needed to, he knows that I should learn. Like
Yeah.
in today at the Poste Italiano, the post office in Italy, he left me alone after he taught me what to say, how to do it, and from there, you asked me to test the waters and see how it was going. Don't expect that it will be very easy and you will be spoon fed everything. It is not at all like that. You will fall, there will be mistakes, but you will have to take it with an open mind and a pinch of salt and go with it. That's it.
So now you are feeling confident?
Yeah, now I realize that okay, 2 days are more than enough for somebody to like get a feel of the city, to understand how it works. And Bari is compared to Indian cities, I would say Italian cities are quite smaller,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
very much smaller.
Yeah.
Just keep an open mind and try. Don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Yes, yes.
Even if you make mistakes, don't lose your temper. There's always a solution for everything. Everything is temporary.
So tomorrow I will leave the city. So you can handle, right?
Yes.
Okay.
After what you taught me, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So now I think we made the work as a team. Great work because without, because I was also getting that seriousness kind of things because I always remember your parents' words, right? Because he gave that responsibility in my shoulder. So whenever, because I am a guy, so kind of whenever I say, I mean it. Okay, that's why if I'm very direct when I'm saying no mean, or suppose I don't know something, I never pretend.
That is true.
Okay, so I said no. No means no. So whenever your parents gave me this responsibility on my shoulder, so it's like okay, I was introducing her as my sister. Okay, so to every landlord I visited, right? So
Yeah, because for landlords, you can't say he's here on my behalf and all
yeah,
that.
yeah. So the thing, so but that time I was not saying only sister because I was being like that. So that time I was thinking, okay, if suppose because today is the last working day. Yesterday was Thursday, today is Friday, is the last working day. So I was thinking, okay, if there will be some problem will arise, so how I will complete the work. If I'm not able to complete the work, then some stress will bother Chetana. So I have to complete it at anyway, and I have to make sure that she is doing it. I am just her side. right? If she need any help, I will be there, but I will not do it. She needs to communicate. She needs to encounter the challenges, right? So that tomorrow, if she faces anything, she can handle by herself. So that I tried. I hope it goes well, and everything is quite good. Right now, also after recording this podcast, we will do some work, okay, to setting the account and
Yeah,
everything,
yes, that is there.
the things. But again, I would like to discuss something about her parents, because it's not her journey only, it's a whole family journey. Because in India specifically, whatever education specifically, it's a family decision,
That
right?
is
It's
true.
collective thoughts, right? So they are also worried about the things, they are also checking. It's not like, in foreign culture after 18, because I am
Yeah,
living
yeah.
since 4 years, so they just do by their things, right? So the parent never bother about that. But in India, it's like parents are very protected, and it's very good side of our culture, what I feel. So do you want to talk about that little bit, if you want?
My parents?
Yeah, about your parents, how they supported you throughout the journey, and what are the things you learn from them, and what are the values you keep inside your heart, and you will never forget. If you are comfortable, that you can discuss.
Okay, yeah. So both my mother and father, they struggled a lot for this. I would know, especially my mother, because she is the one who traveled with me. And quite frankly, my parents are quite old.
Okay.
They they had me at a older age, so they're quite older than me. So they helped me a lot. It was very stressful. It was there, but they helped. They were very helpful, and what do I say? At times when even I couldn't think straight and I was panicking, there were times when my father helped me out. He calmed me down and he helped me. So it was good.
Okay, so we are at the end of the podcast. Now I will not ask lots of questions, because I think it is not the right time to discuss lots about this. And next year probably I will come and sit again with Chetana, and I will discuss with about the academic life, how it's going, so that I can also learn something about
And I will
medicine.
also see how Kalingaeuro's journey will go.
Yeah, definitely,
That I
definitely.
want to see that book.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yes.
So, any last message to viewers who is watching us now?
I hope, I don't know, you work hard, you achieve whatever you think you can, and good luck, and don't lose hope, even till the very end. You need to reflect back on your journey and understand how far you have come. But at the end of the day, my biggest tip, not studies, not academics, nothing, is optimism and hope. Never ever lose hope, especially in situations like this. And staying abroad, living abroad, never lose hope. That is it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, from my side, I would like to add just few things. MBBS in Italy specifically, it's not free. Okay, don't, because there is lots of advertisement. Because I am in this industry, whenever I see it's people are saying that it's free. It's not free.
It's not fair.
There is low tuition fee, and you have a chance to get scholarship. It's fine. Chitna, this year she has not received any scholarship, right? So you need to also keep backup. So don't come to Italy only in the sake of scholarship. You are coming here for education. Scholarship is a support. So don't plan because of this, right? You need to be always keep one backup. So if you are watching this, MBBS in Italy is not free of cost. Okay, first of all, you have to invest money, because during the visa time you have to show maybe 25, 35, 30 lakhs, something like that, right?
I had to show, my father, I think, showed 45 lakhs.
Yeah. So if you don't have money, they will not give you visa, because in some region you are not getting scholarship. Then how you will survive in Italy? So that's why that they set the criteria for 6 years at least. You need this much of money so that you can sponsor yourself alone. But yes, there is scholarship. She is not getting the scholarship this year, but hope she will get it next year and the upcoming years. But whenever you are planning for MBBS in Italy, don't think like that, because whenever I am doing counseling, because I do counseling lots of students, I have done, And I have always, if someone is following Kalingaeuro for a long time, they know I always try to give this message: don't think it's free. Because if you're thinking it's free and if you're making the decision because of these, when you encounter with some challenges, then you cannot tackle it immediately, because some person, like, it's a huge kind of backlash for you. So don't, you have to always prepare that, okay, scholarship is there, but I am going to Italy for study, and I will do all the documentation, or I can take any
You need to
assistance.
understand, not many people. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
just
sorry,
felt
you can.
felt I need to say it. You need to understand, not many people have the privilege. Many people write the IMAT. Not everybody gets in.
Yeah.
You need to understand it's a privilege to come here and
Yeah.
learn, especially in Italy, where medicine is born,
Yeah.
birthplace of modern medicine. You need to understand your privilege.
Yeah,
in
because in
studying.
India, people are paying 1 crore, 2 crore, right?
Very. And even if after you're done with, you need to understand. Even hopefully, everybody knows how doctors were treated after COVID. After COVID in Italy, it was in India, doctors were not treated very well. You need to understand that the culture here towards doctors is different. It's
Because in Europe, doctor like a god, like they're the most respected person. So they got lots of respect in society, specifically doctor and professors, in specifically Europe.
It's not for the scholarship.
Yeah.
You need to understand that it's a privilege.
That's why
The scholarship
I
is
shared these
just
things.
a small benefit in the grand scheme of things. In the future, you will get much more than a simple scholarship.
Yes, that's true. That was my message. So don't, because why I share these things, like, people, they thought like this way. Suppose if they are not getting, so they thought, okay, why I will go there. Don't think like this way. If you are here for only scholarship, then don't apply for IMAT also. I would say, because if you suppose if you are not financially so well, maybe it's not the right to discuss, okay, but maybe I'm putting that, okay. Suppose you're financially not so well and you took the decision because of scholarship, there are chances you will not get scholarship. And in that time, if you're not able to manage your finances, then you cannot focus on your study, right? And medicine is very hard. You have to always put your time, and you have to do lots of stops, and in abroad you have to manage your own food, own finance, everything.
That's true.
So that you need to focus on your study, so that your finance will not bother you. But meanwhile, it's a kind of support where you are getting the grant, so that you can support and you can manage everything. You will not depend upon your parents. But again, if you are getting dependent on your parents for 6 years, it's not bad. It's a good investment, I would say. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video till end. Hope you like this video, and if you have any question, then you can put in the comment box. If I said anything wrong, then you can also write this in comment box, or the next time when I will do any podcast with any medicine students, I will keep in that mind, okay, so that I will try to avoid that question, or I will try to add some questions. Okay, so hope it's a very insightful conversation. Chetana?
Yeah, it was. I had fun talking to you. I had
Thank
fun
you.
explaining
It's
it.
my pleasure. Okay. Jai Hind. Bye bye.
Bye bye.